Transformers Prime Robots in Disguise Wheeljack. So here we have the deluxe version of Wheeljack from the RiD line. See, it includes a DVD with a full episode, so that's pretty interesting. See, it looks like the episode is loose cannons, so that's pretty cool. And here we see Wheeljack here in his vehicle form with his two blades. Nice little box art up here on top of Wheeljack with his blaster. And actually, you can see a little grenade there. That's neat. Here's his technical data with another picture. If you want to read that, go ahead, pause it, and try and get some better lighting. Go ahead and pause that. Here's the back. So we got Wheeljack holding his double battle sword, sports car mode, Transformers Prime down here, all that good stuff. His there's a bio on the top. Let's see if I can get that for you so you can pause it and check that out whenever you want. So there's that. And so yeah, so there's Wheeljack, Deluxe Class Series 1, number 3. We have the bottom with some more little products there, Bumblebee, Cliff Jumper, and Cup. So there you go, there's Wheeljack. I'm going to get this guy open now and check him out. Now we've got Wheeljack in his vehicle mode. You can see he is a very nice looking sports car. I dig this a lot, actually. He looks very cool. You see his blades down here for storage. You can just take those and pop them out. I'll set them aside for now. You see he is very nice. He rolls really well. Makes some noise in there since it's plastic, but sounds like an engine revving up, so that's kind of cool. See, he's got some really cool paint apps, actually. He's got some nice red and green up here. Only thing is the green up here, I don't know if you can see it, but it's kind of off. Well, it's not off, but it's a little messy, I guess. It's a little messy right there in the green. Also, the gray back here on mine is a little messy up here as well. I don't know if you guys can... There you go. That's focused in better. It's messy up here. But overall, I like it. He's even got painted on taillights, which is nice. Something that a lot of these figures lack. You can see, obviously, turn them over. A lot of robot parts, as expected. From the front, he's got these holes here. This just looks kind of empty, but you're supposed to be able to plug in the weapons in there. So let me get those slotted in so you can see that. You can see his little, I guess, weaponized attack vehicle mode. There it is, with the blades, ready to stab whoever gets in his way. And you can see also, he's got some really nice silver wheels here, some nice rims. I like that a lot. So yeah, overall, I really dig this guy in vehicle mode. I like it. I'm very pleased. Just for a size comparison, let me grab Hot Shot. And here's Hot Shot, which is basically just Bumblebee repainted. So you can see, actually, Wheeljack's a bit bigger. And he looks a little longer and maybe even a little wider. Yeah, maybe a little wider. But let me give you a nice little heads-up view so you can see for yourself. So you see there, he's a little bigger. He's a little longer, maybe a little wider at certain points. But very cool, nonetheless. Alright, now I'm going to get on to transformation. Transformation for this guy isn't quite as simple as Hot Shot, but it's not too bad. First thing you want to do is you want to take these out here, separate them. So I just like to pop them off at the end first, and then take out the whole section, which will become the arm. And you can already see what's going to be happening here. So you want to take these out, take this up. So there's that. You want to rotate the arms around, bring that up, rotate the arm, bring that up, and ta-da. Now you want to take this piece here that becomes a chest, rotate that down, push that up, and now this part can get a little tricky, but first I'm going to try and get these windows out of the way, actually. So do this in order to rotate that part of the tire up like that, rotate out the arm here. There you go. And now you're going to grab onto the window pieces here. You can see they're on this little, I guess, peg or whatever. Pull that straight out. Turn it all the way around and push it back in. Bring out the hand. Same on the other side. I like doing it by grabbing onto the windshield because it's the easiest part to grab. So just do that. And that's kind of out of the way now. I don't know if you can see, there's a tab there. Let me move this out of the way. So you see these little holes here? You're going to tab those tabs there into them, and this bottom tab down here. And that's all going to hold in place. But since this is all movable, you kind of have to fiddle with it a little in order to get it all set right. But it's easy. You see it just popped right on for me. Nice and easy. And his head's already out. So there's his upper body. Now for the legs, you want to just take them and spread them apart first. Then next thing you got to do, grab these parts here and rotate this around. There's that. Take this part up here of the hood where the wheel is, slide that up. And then you're going to rotate it over. And I like this. This is kind of cool. When you just rotate it over like that, pop these black pieces forward or to the side, I guess in this case. Rotate the leg, and there you go. Now he is almost done. All that's left, the little wings in the back, which are these, nice and easy, just rotate them. Rotate, and that's it. So there you have them. There is Wheeljack in robot mode, and I gotta say, I really like this. I honestly do. Forgot to bring out the hand. I really like this robot mode a lot. He's got some good paint detailing. He could use some more though. He really could. He could use, he's missing that Autobot symbol right there in the middle of the chest, which is a little annoying for me. Kind of wish he had that, but I guess maybe I can pick up a small white and red Autobot symbol or something. You see his inside, he's not hollow. That's a good thing. That's something I like. He's not mostly hollow, but also it's well covered, so there's no gripe there. His articulation, his head is on a very nice ball joint, so he can look straight up. He can look down, he can turn all the way, wherever you want him to look really, he can do that. Only thing is if you turn him to the side, you see this part here kind of covers his mouth area, but you can still see over that, so you can get him in some really good poses in terms of getting him to look in different ways. His shoulder, you can see, is on a ball joint there, and then it's also on this kind of swiveliness. Well, that's just the ball joint actually. So you see it's on a ball joint, it can go all the way around, but you have the windshield here that gets in the way when you bring it all the way that way, because it hits the wing. And then you've got this other joint right up here, which is used in transformation when you're bringing this out, but you can still use it if you want to. You can kind of bring that up because the elbow joint isn't all that great. You see it goes pretty well back, but forward it only goes up to there. So you see it's not a good 90-degree bend there. So that's a bit of an issue, but if you bring it to here and you want his arm a little higher, you can just rotate on that other joint and it's a little higher. So no big deal. No big deal, at least in my book. There is no arm swivel, there's no bicep swivel, so that's upsetting. This is what you're going to get, really, if you're trying to swivel his arm around. But his hand is on a ball joint and a hinge, so that's nice. Let me show you that. So you see there's a ball joint there, so you can get it to rotate all the way around. You can get it to come in, go out a bit, except for where the car part hits, and it gives you a little wiggle there. So it's a very good hand joint. I like that. Nothing at the waist. So due to the transformation, the way it's put together, he's not going to rotate at the waist for you. His legs are on ball joints, really good ball joints. They also swivel at the thigh. But due to this big white plastic here, it won't swivel all the way. It'll swivel all the way to the side, but not all the way in, which is no big deal really for me. Oh, and I forgot part of the transformation, these little spurs here, pull them forward. So that's my bad. His knee will bend on a nice ratchet joint, so that's good. It bends quite well, or pretty well, not exceedingly great, but it's pretty good. Foot is on a ball joint, so that's pretty cool. See, it kind of rocks back and forth, so you can get him into some nice dynamic poses. Also, due to the transformation, it can go straight down in case you want to make him kind of like he's tippy-toeing or something, I don't know. But also due to the hood here, it won't go all the way forward, but you can get a nice set of poses here. You can get him in some nice posing, So there you go. And as for his weapons, his swords, you can take those, you see here, and you can just slot them right into his hands. So just simple, put them in there. They fit perfectly in his hands. No big deal. Well, they're a little annoying right now. Why don't you go in there? There we go. See, they go right on in there. And then for storage, I've seen some other people mention this. If you want to store these, and it's not mentioned in the instructions, but you can take them out of his hands, obviously. And then you go to his back, and you see these little slots here and here. You can actually slide the swords into there for storage. And if you see here on the side, let me get this out of the way so you can see, right down where the sword is going, it's kind of shaped like the sword, right here. It's kind of shaped that way. So it looks like it's meant to go in there, or at least, you know, it's considered, but I think that looks good for him. You know, obviously you got swords coming out of the bottom here, but no big deal for me. I think it looks pretty good. So there you have it. There is Wheeljack in robot mode, transformed, looking nice, looking spiffy. And for size comparisons, let me stand them up straight so you can get a better size comparison here. I'm just going to give you the same size comparisons I gave in the Hot Shot video. So here's Wheeljack. Here we have the other deluxe Hot Shot standing right next to him. You can see from head to toe, Hot Shot is a little taller head to toe, but due to the wings, actually let me get the swords out of the way so they don't throw you off. Due to the wings, they're about the same size from wings to back head flap thingy that Hot Shot has. So they're about the same size that way. And then we bring out Deluxe Starscream, first edition. You can see he is significantly taller than both of them, which is accurate, because Starscream, he is a little bigger, and I think he looks good. I think it's better than the Voyager Starscream, which would have been much bigger. And here is, for your Voyager class, Megatron. Voyager Megatron, you can see he towers above them all. But it works. So these guys are all in really good scale. So I'm very pleased with that. I am very pleased with Wheeljack. I gotta say, I'm happy. 2 thumbs up. Well, maybe 1 and like 3/4 thumbs up for Wheeljack due to the lack of that, you know, little paint app there for the Autobot logo. That's something, not too crazy about that being missing. But then again, Hotshot doesn't have any Autobot logos that I noticed on him either, so oh well. So there you have it. This has been Self-Portrait 14 here, telling you if you find Wheeljack, which you probably will because he's not exactly hiding. If you find him, go out and get him. He's a lot of fun, very posable, very cool. Go for it. That's my recommendation.